We talked a lot about sterling. I mean, gilt yields is just as dramatic, if not more so.
It absolutely is, Ian. Let me show you, because I've got those gilt yields in just a sec. First of all, though, the pound, this is a pretty historic moment. Here we are. This is just showing you the last few days, by the way. So we're going back to Thursday. You can see there. That first bit is Thursday. And so we're just looking at kind of minute-by-minute changes in the pound versus the dollar. Bear in mind, the dollar is strong at the moment. So there is a bit of a dollar strength story here. But really, from this budget speech onwards, it's primarily all about the pound. And what is that story? We'll have a look at this. There it went down after the speech. It went up for a teeny tiny bit. You can barely see it, though. It did go up a little bit, and the government was saying, oh, this is great news, a vote of confidence from markets. And then down. And then today, again, in the morning, in early trading in Asia, you can see it went down very sharply again. It has started to bounce back, and there may be some hope that it starts to regain that level, about 108 at the moment. But, of course, if we kind of just zoom back to where we were only a couple of days ago, it's come down an awful lot since then. So a big fall in sterling. And bear in mind, what is this? This is a kind of measure of how much enthusiasm there is from people, investors, millions of investors around the world to put money into the UK or to take it out. And it looks at the moment like they're very much withdrawing money rather than putting it in. And at the same time as the pound being weak, you have another chart where things are going up. And this is not the kind of chart that you necessarily want to see, because this is government borrowing yields. This is the rate of borrowing the government potentially has to pay on its 10-year bond. It's the benchmark measure here. And this goes all the way back. Where that last chart was just over a few hours or a few days, this goes all the way back to 2008. So this is 2008 at the start of this, the period of the financial crisis. It was up at 4.5%. And recently, look at this line, it started to go up. And after that mini budget, it went up there. So it's now above 4%, the first time it's been above 4% since going back to the financial crisis. And, of course, this is not trivial, because think about it. The government has just committed to borrowing a lot more money. And when you borrow, you pay at the market rate if you're the government, and the market rate is going up a lot. So this is all relevant to what the government is thinking about right now. I imagine, in fact, I get the impression they are very nervous behind the scenes, even though they don't want to say that explicitly, both at the government, both in Treasury and in the Bank of England. Whether or not this is a crisis or not, well, I don't know. It doesn't feel like we're necessarily there yet, but it feels like it's very nervous territory. Actually, Ian, I would love to know your take on whether you feel it's a crisis, because, you've been around for a while, and it does feel like unusual times, doesn't it?